So there's a bunch of black Americans attacking Africans. I was trying to use the bathroom at the Washington Market Park. This black American gentleman went and blocked the bathroom. And as I was walking by, some black American was talking about shower. People need to take a shower. You know, and at the Stanley Ferry, they had a white guy across me. So he wants to take me to go and take a shower. I was like, no, my personal life is none of your business. So they're having black Americans attack Africans. My ID has been stolen. My home has been taken since 2010. And I've been appealing to this mayor that please, I need housing, but I don't need to be insulted. I was vacated from my home in 2010, and the black American was trying to help me get my home back in court. They went and killed Mary Garner. Since then, my mother has been killed also. So I'm being groomed for abuse. I think this camera will pick it up. Today is, what's today's date again? Today's, most likely it's October 4, 2025. What's today's date again? Do you remember? You don't want to tell me. Excuse me, sir. Do you know today's date? You don't want to tell me. That's not nice. You always mean to me also. So they hired people in this neighborhood. I buy stuff from them all the time. They hired people in this neighborhood to be mean to me. I just want to be correct about the date. I'm sure it's October 4, 2025. I just want to be exact. Okay. Yeah, October 4, 2025. It's around 5:56 a.m. One of the police commissioner that Eric Adams hired came here in front of this store and said we're going to be protecting children. And I've been noticing they've been trying to use children to abuse me. They've been having little children mock me. Anywhere I go, try to spit in my food. Even when I go into the bathroom at the Pier 25, which is a couple of blocks down, the Jamaican nanny for these white kids, we use the stroller to block the bathroom hallway, and some of the Jamaican nanny will go and hide in the bathroom stall. And I told the nanny, you can't be abandoning these kids in the hallway and be blocking my path into the bathroom. I said, this is child abuse. You have to have children under watch. Because what if somebody strangulates those children when you abandon them in the hallway and you go lock yourself up in the store? So I'll call the police, and the police told me to stop complaining and just ignore it. I said, no, I'm not going to ignore a crime. A lady left a baby stroller outside and went into a store. She was from Europe visiting. Yeah, in Manhattan, they arrested her for child abuse. He said in Europe, you're allowed to leave your baby stroller on the street with your baby in it and go to the store. They said in America, you have to watch your baby all the time. And they gave her community service. So why should they be using little children to troll me? So soon Eric Adams hired a police commissioner called Caban, and he came into this store. He said his own father was a NYPD officer also, and he came to this train station. I said, we're going to be defending children. So the NYPD are alert and ready to defend children. And they've been trying to get children to jump me, punch me in my head. I call 911 all the time to make it look like I'm a crazy Nigerian and just going after children. And they all want to use their police to kill me. They say their police department always kills people. Set people up to be killed in prison, especially if you have evidence against them. Since I sued the NYPD, they killed my friend Ghana that was helping me. And this Eric Adams, who knows the Aricano family, I guess he's already aware that the police owes me a lot of money, that they've been obstructing my justice, and he doesn't want me as an African to get money. And he had a Spanish police commissioner, Caban, who came to the store and said, the Caban, he said, we're going to protect the children. Since any time I try to go to any of these stores, they mistreat me, especially this one. They always mistreat me and stuff. I don't know what kind of connection they have with the police force. Let me try to ask them. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I have a question to ask you. Your camera?
Huh?
I need some videos from your camera.
We don't have any camera.
Your camera right here.
We don't have any camera.
Stop lying, you always lie, I just need the video evidence from your camera.
We don't have nothing, my friend.
I'm not, you always mean to me. Why are you lying? You have video. Save the video camera for a couple of months and years, okay? I need it for law enforcement. So they're always lying to me. Sometimes when I come here to buy stuff, they tell me to lie to me. their clothes. And they were sold to black Americans instead. So they told them to be lying to me and be. So I don't know who the one of these stories, maybe it's connected to the NYPD, but the NYPD commissioner came here to the store and said a couple of years ago, Caban, said we're going to be protecting children. And since then, they've been using children to punch me in this neighborhood, try to beat me on black American children, all kinds of children. And when I called the police said, you're the one troubling this case, we're going to lock you up. You know? So they're framing people up, and a black American woman just passed by here and was talking about shower. Somebody needs to take a shower. You know, around 5 p.m. Today's October 4, 2025. This is why I want them to save their video camera and their line. I'm sure if the camera has a microphone to record it. You know, and like 2 days ago, they were surrounding me with their police. By the time I saw one train, they said Ricardo said they should be arresting homeless if they don't look, you know, if they don't look hip enough. So that's, you know, and it was one of the white people they're using to menace homeless. Said they want to lock you up in a psychiatric hospital. They said want to take you so you can go take a shower. I'm like, excuse me, you know, you have no right to be invading my privacy. I need a home. You have no right to be sexually abusing me. So they are harassing foreigners under this Ricardo. A white person said we want to take you to go and take a shower. I'm like, excuse me, I'm not a slave. So this Ricardo is taking the law into his hands. They're supposed to be giving people housing, not mocking people for being African. You know, so they said they should be smelling people. If they children, you know, and force them to go and take a shower, this Ricardo is barbaric, and it's, you know, it's not allowed to do this, and it's practicing reverse discrimination. Some black Americans don't like Africans, so we sold them to slavery. So I criticize this Ricardo a lot, and they're having black Americans try to punch me. Today I was trying to use the bathroom at the Washington Market Park. Today's October 4, 2025, around 7 a.m. As soon as I was around 8 a.m. rather, the bathroom opens at 8. Before I could get into the bathroom, the gentleman quickly went in there. I was blocking my way. So wait, you know, I said, don't stop recording stuff. I'm like, excuse me, you know. So they lock up that park for like 4 months. It's one of the places I normally go to use the bathroom, and everywhere I go to use the bathroom, they're jumping me. It's a black American guy also. So they're telling black Americans to jump me. And they're saying if they kill you, the police won't investigate. My mother's daughter also was part of the gang. My mother said they were jumping her also, as me and my mother was trying to sue the NYPD. And our daughters eventually locked my mother up in a psych ward and killed her while she was in the hospital. Friend mental illness on her. My mother said one of the daughters was poisoning her food with cancer fish poison. You know, this was in 2015. You know, so this is what I'm experiencing. This is Church Street and Chambers Street. You know, so please, and they keep surrounding me with the police. It's not they can frame you up as crazy in this country, they can kill you, and nobody will bother investigating. So they're insulting me. I'm a Nigerian. There's a court order since 1990 that if they vacate you from your home, they're supposed to provide you with housing. And since 2010, they vacated me from my home. I've been, you know, trying to get housing. Me and my mother filed a lawsuit. My mother went to different people to resolve this. People that work here for the city of New York, and nobody will help us. Assemblymen for the New York State Assembly, legislature and stuff. So they said, you know, one of the things they do is to taunt you as an African and make you suffer. You know, so I'm experiencing the reverse discrimination, and I hope this Mandani that's leading the mayoral poll is also an assemblyman will help me check out my case. I send him videos all the time on Instagram. He doesn't respond back to me either. It says so hard to get an African justice, but nobody really cares. You know. So I'm being set up on a kind of administration. They insult me, and he also instructed his police. He has threatened that anybody criticizing him is going to go down with them. He said it's a pilot. And now that he's been losing in the mayoral poll, election poll, and he resigned from the mayoral election for November next month. You know, he's instructed his police to be attacking homeless people like me, and they can surround me with the police. And I'm one of the people that want to kill or harm or frame up as crazy. In 2019, they framed me up as crazy, locked me up. And this Ricardo was making fun of me. They used to send the police to harass me in the bathroom, tell me to get out of the bathroom as soon as I get into the bathroom. So I used to go in front of Ricardo's office in around 2019 Say, please, NYPD, stop harassing Africans like me. I said in Ohio, a Nigerian became mayor. I said in Ohio, where they allow undocumented immigrants to have driver's license. And soon after that, the NYPD arrested me, locked me up in the cycle, stole my green card. And this Eric Adam went and weeks later, they arrested me on July 23, 2019, locked me up in NYU psychiatric hospital, stole my green card. At that time, Eric Adam was the borough president of Brooklyn. And he went to Harlem on January 20, 2020, and was repeating the same thing I was said to mock me. He said, you go back to Ohio, where you outsiders will not be welcome in New York. You know, and he said he always helps his fellow black Americans that need justice from the police. His friend Eric Garner that was helping me was killed. He was trying to get his friend justice, march for his friend Eric Garner. But with me, all he does is mock me and makes life hard for me. I send him video all the time. I saw him down the street here, on Church Street, down the street here. You know, near the New York Law School. His police commissioner came here also to this building, Daly and Grill. And since that they mistook me in that building, then he made sure I saw him down the street here. He was walking towards the New York Law School. I said, sir, can you help me? He ignored me. So I think that they believe this area will be my doom. And the police have been surrounding me at the at the train station downstairs here this morning around 1 a.m. and at the ferry down there, even at the World Trade Center. So I don't know why, you know. I think they want this area to be my doom. I used to come to college here, Chambers Street, and even our Shopton, that's friends with Eric Adam, he came here to march around Wall Street. And he said if anybody wants justice, they should come join him in the march. And he chose August 28th to march, 2025. My birthday is July 8th. So I believe they want to use their white police to kill me, or the black American police to kill me, to show we Africans also, we're going to suffer, not just black Americans. You know, and this our Shopton was saying something like, say some of you don't know how to do the civil rights stuff, you need to learn how to come under his mentorship. You know, but I seek his help in the past, it didn't help me. But right now there's a gang that believes if they can kill me, they can inherit money from my state by committing fraud. They say one of the things you can do is to lie that, you know, someone is the parent to your child. They say it's so easy to lie. Under American law, there's something called parentage by estoppel. So if you claim somebody had an interest to adopt your child, if the person is killed, the court would award cost. The court would make that person the parent. And post-mortem, it's called parentage by estoppel. If somebody expressed interest to you that they want to adopt your child, you can go ahead, even behind the person's back, and get the court to formalize it. It's called parentage by estoppel. So they've been hiring little kids to be calling me Dada Mama, you know, and I always tell the kids I'm not into that. Please don't call me a Dada Mama. I don't have a child. I'm unmarried. I'm not looking to adopt any kid, you know. So I believe this is why they've been wanting their police to kill me. And then since I'm gay, unmarried, I was born a male, I'm not a woman, they can then have this little kid inherit my state. So I don't know, I believe this is one of the final blow to pay me back for slavery of black Americans in unlawful retaliation. So this Eric Adam has been setting his police to be targeting homeless people like me. They've been mass arresting homeless, mass arresting poor people. A legal aid lawyer said one of our clients that they arrested, she saw a police officer do like this to the client. And the next day they told her that client was dead. You know, and I've been contacting the legal aid and they don't respond back to me. For the past 15 years, the legal aid don't help. I believe they want to help black Americans instead. The legal aid was helping me for my unemployment case, for employment discrimination case in 2010. You know, and then I told them the police came and took my home also. I need them to help me. And at that time, they just decided not to help me anymore. And they dropped my employment discrimination case. They helped me get unemployment, and they were supposed to help me sue the employer. But I guess they felt like, oh wow, you're just going to be using us to make money as a foreigner. And I saw they lost interest right away. So I couldn't get them to help me for my unlawful eviction case by the NYPD, in which they invaded my home, kicked my mother out of our basement apartment. You know, and they said the legal aid had gone to court in the 1990s over a similar case, whereby the NYPD would kick people out of basement apartment and leave them on the street, and the legal aid got a settlement agreement with the city of New York that anytime they do that to anybody, they have to put you in a hotel room, prioritize you for police services. If you're a victim of a crime while you're homeless, the police will help you arrest the criminals, give you special victim status. So, and when I contacted the legal aid in 2010, at first I contacted them for my employment case, because at that time I had a place to live, and they agreed to take my employment case. So while they were taking my employment case, the police, about that time also, the police invaded my home, kicked me out of my home. So I had the legal aid to take my housing case, and that was when they lost interest in everything. So they felt, it's almost like, they were jealous of me as a foreigner, that look, I'm just gonna be getting all this justice and money so easy. And they pulled out of my employment case also, so they're no longer interested in my employment case. And so they're not gonna help me with my housing case either. And after that, I went to Lolita James' office. She was the public advocate at the City Hall here, and she wouldn't help me either. And that time she was only helping many Black Americans. Even though she's supposed to help you if you have a problem with the police, she was helping Black Americans that had a problem with their private landlord. And the court scored that you can't be helping people against private landlords. You're supposed to help them against public government officials. And since then, my mother has been killed by her daughters. Eric Garner trying to help me also has been killed by the police. I know I get taunted. They said a lot of Black Americans call African booty scratcher, and they deliberately don't let me use the bathroom, and then taunt me afterwards. This Eric Adam hired people to be taunting people, homeless Black people. Hey, white guy surrounded me at 1 a.m. So I wanted to take you to go and take a shower. Say I work for the city of New York. I'm like, I said I need housing. You can't just be insulting me and just accost me at 1 a.m. in the morning. So you want to drive me to go and take a shower? You have a place. I said I need housing, and I've been approaching this Eric Adam. I just don't need any kind of housing. I need a hotel room that has a toilet and kitchen, because that's the settlement agreement the legal aid got from the city since 1990. That anybody removed from a basement apartment, you have to give them a hotel room with bathroom and kitchen. Because I have a special status as one of the lawsuit, class action lawsuit potential members. Because that settlement agreement applies to cases that occur after 1990, like mine. So no lawyer would help me for 15 years. So I've just been going around in a circle. And I think this Eric Adam was also purposefully denying me justice. I want the police to kill me instead. It's so much easier to commit an inheritance scam. And so one of the scams is, since I don't have a child, I'm unmarried, they can just make false claims about me. Even as a Black American radio host, I see him in this neighborhood also. He walks down the street on Power 105.1. His name is Shanaman. He said nobody will believe the truth if you can get a good lie going. He said lies, it's always better. People find lies more entertaining. And since then they've been trying to kill me. Black Americans try to punch me and kill me. And it's like they believe once I die, they can make up all kinds of lies. It says it's been happening, inheritance scam. Even some Black Americans that would die, leave houses for their children, and their children in Brooklyn will claim. Some strangers will come and claim, the deceased parent had borrowed money from them and used the house as a collateral, and now their house is theirs. And some lies like that. So they believe me as a foreigner to be so easy to kill me and stop me. So in case I'm killed, only civil rights activists like me should administer my state. No family or friend should administer my state. My family members, I don't trust none of them. My mother's daughters killed my mother. And even my mother was telling me that, our daughters are very criminally minded. I shouldn't interact with them. She said I should only interact with strangers. Our daughter's volunteering for her. And she has another daughter in Nigeria that tried to throw me out of the window as a child because she was mad that my father was different from her, Funke. And she got her arrested. My mother got that Funke arrested. But the Nigerian law doesn't allow the police to prosecute child abuse cases. So our father's family went and released her from prison. But my mother never filed a green card for that Funke, even though my mother became a U.S. citizen. To punish that Funke, she never filed a green card. Right? So my mother told me, in case she dies, I should only approach strangers. Even though my mother had families all over the world, none of her family members will help her either. My father has family all over the world also. But I don't trust them because my father was abusive too. My father is also dead. So in case I get killed, only civil activists should administer my estate, provided such activists have been denied me help in the past, and get justice for me and my late mother, and donate the rest of my estate money in charity contribution to people suffering xenophobia like me. Like people to donate the rest of my estate money after they get justice for me and my late mother to people suffering xenophobia like me and my late mother. And those being deported by Trump should be prioritized. And if I'm rather disabled, if I get hit, because sometimes people try to run their bicycle to me. I should be allowed to remain in America. I'm a green card holder. I don't trust another country's death. America has so much influence around the world, and they could get, criminal gangs to kill me anywhere in the world, and the police there won't investigate. Just like the police in New York is not helping me either. So I should be allowed to remain in America because my father and mother came to America in the 1970s, so they have friends there. So I have a better chance of getting justice in America because, the crime scene is here in America mainly. And, my mother and father came to America in the 1970s from Nigeria. They went to college, graduated. So they have a lot of friends, professors that know them. They said, they said the number one thing is to lie about. People call them crazy. My mother adores from that's crazy also. And my mother has a lot of people that know her right from her college days. And she kept in touch with those people even before she died in 2015. So those people can be subpoenaed as friends, college professors, to subpoena to talk about my mother and let the world know she wasn't crazy. Our daughter's friend was crazy and locked her up in a psych ward at Bellevue Hospital. Our daughters are born in America, my mother was born in Nigeria. And that got my mother angry when her own daughters could frame her as crazy and she died right away. They say people die from broken heart syndrome. That if you make somebody angry enough, my mother has high blood pressure also, so that can kill the person, And they say Bellevue Hospital also uses injections that can cause a heart attack, ketamine injections on people when they're forcefully locking them in the psych ward. So they said my mother didn't want to go to the psych ward. She went to the hospital to treat the heart disease, and the daughters, without her permission, came there to the hospital to lock her up in the psych ward. So that's the version of Etola. So they did that in 2015 and stole my passport. My mother was holding one of my passports for me, and some of my immigration documents for me. Address stole all those immigration documents, including an extra green card I had. Then the original green card I had, the police arrested me in 2019 and stole that from me. The immigration mistakenly sent me 2 green cards in 2008. Normally they're supposed to send you only one. So my mother held one for me, and our daughters killed her in 2015 and stole that green card. Then the extra green card I had on me, the police arrested me in 2019 and stole that green card. So now I don't have any proof of my identity. I'm just suffering. So please. And this Eric Adams is a black American mayor, and he's instituting policies to abuse me as a Nigerian. I contact him all the time through Instagram, send him email, and he doesn't have nothing.